G'day guys and welcome back to Jans_gaming for another Dokkan battle video. So we've finished up all of our SBR run-throughs and I thought why not jump into some LGE run-throughs. So I'm going to go through, do teams for every stage of the LGE and hopefully that's able to help you guys get some of the missions that you don't have done polished off, getting into those rewards. So starting off with Fusion, this is the team I'm going with. We're losing out on a bit of attack and health but gaining defense from going with a Blue Fusion friend supporter. So let's jump in and see how we go. We've got 530k health, so that's a pretty decent number. And let's see how, I was just about to say how we go with our rotations, but we haven't got the rotations. So you want to get one of the Blue Fusions with AGL Super Gogeta, who I've got in this first slot here. And you want to get the other Blue Fusion with the Fizz Gogeta, Fizz, Goku, and Vegeta that turn into Gogeta. And that's going to be how you should run this. You're going to float the other three. The other three don't have a great deal of defense, so you have to be careful in protecting them. But look, there's not a whole lot of variety in this category, and it is very much so lacking a defensive stacker. So, here we go. We've gotten one of our rotations at least, and then we've just been burnt on the RNG, but that's okay. We'll start off with that. I guess we'll take the 18 key super there, and we'll just hit that, and we'll leave the other orbs for the next rotation. Good thing about Fizz Gogeta, he's going to tank very well for us throughout this. Oop, there we go, and there's an additional popping off. Mine is rainbowed link level 10, so is a bit unfair, but I guess it's a good way to showcase what this unit is capable of. So there we go, with Gogeta. The Friends was only one dupe, but had pretty much full link level 10s, so very similar to mine, but they didn't have any real equipment on theirs. Mustn't have played Chain Battle, I guess, which is another topic. Can't wait for Chain Battle to come back. Not that the event was, I guess, crazily enjoyable, but I really need more of those skill orbs, the equipments, whatever we want to call them, because I've got so many units that I just want to put them on, and so many extra units that are going to be so beneficial. Going to be benefited so much, is what I'm trying to say, by having on these equipments. So that's just going to take so many units to the next level, especially ones that I haven't been able to get dupes on. Now that there's the bronze and the silver, like crits and additional equipment. So yeah, it's definitely something to look forward to. Here we go, we're getting off our first Blue Fusion transformation. So that's handy. And we've got our lineup set nicely. So might go like that. We'll get off big 18 key super there. Only getting off the 12 key there, but that's not a crazy concern, and we're not going to get off a 12 key there with the Fizz Super Go tanks. So we'll just leave him there. Do have two dupes in him, and I have gone full additional, so I guess you never know. He could pop off his super attack anyways, but he's just our, as I mentioned before, our floater. He's there to fill a spot, really. Though he does pump out some pretty decent numbers, and if you are using him for SBR, he's a sealer, so just something to think about in that sense of it. So we've got Super AGL Gogeta transforming and Blue Fusion Gogeta transforming. So I'll show you guys in a second, but these two link extremely well together. I haven't linked my AGL Gogeta, as you can see, but if you look at that, we've got 5 links. You know what, we'll leave that like that. Take out those 3 because that'll open up that for us. And then remembering that AGL Gogeta has that dodge, and then he's going to guarantee crit. So He is quite an important unit to this run. If you don't have him, could be difficult. But there we go. Tanks nicely against this Super Saiyan 2 Goku anyway. But if you are building him up, it is important to remember that he has that built-in crit and his built-in dodging. So go full additional with him, because otherwise it is just a bit of a waste. But here we go. Get off that 18 key super, follow it up with another 18 key super, and then we'll just fill up. You got to make sure you fill up that Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's 12 key, because without his raising of his defense, he can get absolutely slapped. So here we go. We should tank this reasonably well. 100k, and then we're gonna hit with some force here. So there was no additional equipment on this friend Gogeta, so I'm not expecting a lot of extra supers from his, but do have bronze additional and silver additional on mine, so I do expect multiple super attacks from him. See, with that type disadvantage, still doesn't get off. Doesn't get off a great deal of defense, but we have no attacking in that first slot, which is perfect, because that means we can put the Blue Fusion Gogeta in there to stack his attack again. And so he'll finish this off here, and we'll be on to the next rotation. So up against the Tech GOKU, there we go, transformation, or the fusion, turning into Gogeta. So that's the advantage of having him in here, is you get that heal off, saves you using an item or being really, I guess, worrying about getting off some heals or whatever. Just trying to think what's the best way to, if we do it like that, we'll be able to line up those AGL orbs next rotation, and then we'll also have the strong orbs there as well. So let's see what we get here. 2.4 million, it's pretty good. The dodge there. This GOKU does hit pretty hard. Definitely something to look out for if you're running AGL units, is that type disadvantage. If you get supered, it's be prepared to take a lot of damage, which he hasn't supered yet, so that gets me a bit worried that this strong Super Gogeta is going to get supered, because as you just saw, he's doing 54Ks on supers. The thing that we do actually have to be careful of here is the Dokkan meter. So I'm really hoping this doesn't fill it. Ah, it did. Spewing. It's nothing worse than wasting your Dokkan attack at the end. We didn't get the dodge there, which is annoying. But at the end of a battle like this, you'd rather it have been saved for the start of the Super Saiyan Blue battle, and we would have been much better off. But because we would have gotten the finish here with this, either this Gogeta or the next. So, but anyway, what can you do? Guess that just means we start building towards the next Dokkan attack. What do we got? 4 blue, UI, and UI. So we've only got 3 stages yet, so I can't imagine we'll get off another. Yeah, I guess we'll take that. We'll get off that big 18 key super. Then go with that. It is a bit worrying having Gotenks with that many attacks at the end, but luckily enough, Goku has supered this Gogeta. So of any of these 3 that we wanted to get supered, it was Gogeta. So let's see how my 3 million there is pretty nice attack stat. Blue Fusion Gogeta is going to continue to raise his attack on his supers. So hopefully he's not getting attacked, so we're not going to wear any damage here. But we will wear a lot of damage here. I just didn't want to break apart my rotation. So 60, 60, 60. And we've been lucky to come out of that with our life. We'll just pop an Android 8, so we'll get that defensive boost. Get all of those to there. I think we should get the finish before Super Saiyan Gogeta, otherwise might have had to have changed up the rotation or popped the Icarus possibly, something like one of those damage reduction items, just because he would get slapped by this Goku. But there we go, we got off the multiple attacks with this Gogeta, and this is why I was saying to go additionals with him. We get the guaranteed crits again, and then there's dodging, which makes him so good for this stage. People think that because he's not stacking defense or something like that, that he's not great for the LGE, but he really powers through because of those criticals and that chance to dodge. So here we are up against NUI. Perfect. We got that last slot for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta without... sorry, just thinking about how I want to do this. But we've got him there only getting hit once, so that's what we ask for, just protecting him in that last slot. So tanking these well, we've got that Android 8 still active, and let's see what type of damage. I think it does have in his passive that he becomes effective against all. That after he transforms into Gogeta, we'll have to check that one out. We'll just watch Blue Fusion Gogeta go to work here. It is the friend, so we're not going to get off the multiple supers, which is a bit sad. Obviously, this UI hits pretty hard, as you just saw. Lucky that we have had an item active there. Well, there we go, there's the dodge. That stinking dodge. So we'll take that for a bit of healing. That for that. And then just because I don't want to switch up my rotation, and you also don't want Gotenks getting murdered in that last slot, we'll just pop that Princess Snake. Now, I don't think you should be too worried about getting these missions done as no items. I sort of see it as getting your rewards, getting in, getting out. And, wow, that's really annoying. That was going to be a big 18 key super there. Yeah, that brings a tear to my eye. But as I was saying, look, you get these done. If you are one of those people, I'm sure you can put together a fusion team. If you did get lucky with RNG, you probably could no item with a team like this, but probably misses one unit. Wow. Did he super twice then? Could be wrong, but I felt like he got off 2 supers there. I am going to pop this first Kamehameha, just because I don't really want to pop another item here. So we should deal a lot of damage here. We probably won't get the finish, but we should get somewhat close to it. There we go. So as long as Super Saiyan Gogeta doesn't get supered in that first slot, we'll be right as rain, and Blue Fusion Gogeta will finish him off. With a crit here and an additional, we'd get the finish anyway, but oh, there's the dodging. And there we go, 5.4 million attack stat there, which is really nice. We've built him up a fair bit going into this last stage. So good to see what his attack gets to by the end of this. Now here's where it becomes a pain. So we're going to have to split our... Oops, not that. We're going to pop that because clearly we've got no health. And then we're going to pop an Icarus as well. Yeah, this sucks. I actually think I'm going to be better off just have a look at defense. I'd rather leave this Super Saiyan for Blue Fusion on rotation. than the other, unfortunately. But you also can't leave. You can't have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta getting hit by that many attacks, which is disappointing to split up this rotation. As I showed you before, their links are perfect together, but that would have been so much damage to us. Dodge is another big 20 key super, which is really annoying. As we had last time, he dodged the 20 key from on just normal UI. There you go, 50k, and that's with 2 items. Wow, that is very unfortunate. You can't dodge this UI, so that's why we're not getting any of that. And he's dodged our 2 big supers. Okay, so we've got that type advantage in that first slot. Oh, that sucks, having to steal those strong orbs that we had there for Gogeta. But you have to take your super attack with this Fizz Gogeta. You got type advantage, and he's fully Rainbow Link level 10, so there we go. We actually finally got a hit on him. Hallelujah. And he's the one to get supered, which is ideal. That is the absolute best case scenario. And we've got the 2 items active, so we're going to, yeah, there you go. No damage there. There we go. And we've hit him with Blue Fusion Gogeta. This is unheard of. Those, yeah. Annoying not to find a rainbowed friend Gogeta, but I guess you can only use what's available. There is always a lot of them, it seems like, whenever I'm doing any other mission, but of course the time that I go to use one, got nothing, and here was the risk of splitting the rotation. So I'm going to double item here because neither of those 2 units in that last slot are going to give us any type of defense or, yeah, anything, which sucks. Wish there was a lot more units available to use for these types of runs, because it is really 4 units that are carrying your team. Blue Fusion Gogeta being 2 of them, and then the Fizz Gogeta and the AGL. But it's not much you can do about that. We've got the double items active with the damage reduction, so we are going to tank this out. It's just, yeah, it just feels like cheating using 2 items like that. But that could just be how I feel. But anyways, we survived another turn. And this is where we've got the 3 superstars on rotation together now. Might just go like that. We'll set that up for the next Gogeta. And should be able to assuming we get some hits here, and Goku doesn't dodge us, should be able to activate that active skill from my Blue Fusion Gogeta. Will activate that Kamehameha, so we'll pop that off next rotation. There we go. Dodging, it's painful, but at least we're getting the hit here, and as I've mentioned before, guaranteed crits. So an additional would be nice, but I won't be greedy. And he's getting supered, but we do have that Icarus active, so we should be fine here. Hopefully under 100k. Ooh, no, 160. Wasn't too far off, but so we're going to go in with that, and let's see how much health this takes off. I would have to think, take him down to probably the last bar, because we have stacked up his attack pretty high, and the guaranteed hit, thank God. There we go. And then I'm just going to try see if I can fill up that Dokkan attack. No. Would have been nice to have the guaranteed hit from the Dokkan attack there. So if we don't, there we go. He doesn't dodge. I did take a bit of a risk not having any items active there, because if we had got supered beforehand, would have been a pretty significant amount of damage, but there we go. That's our first LGE run, all done and dusted. Hope you guys are able to get some use out of the video, pick up some tips and hints. And if you want to keep up with the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm going to continue pouring the content out each and every day. So I hope you guys enjoy that and have a great day, and I shall catch you next time.